Some positive news about the country of China, at least from the perspective of the American public. We have asked Americans about a series of critical threats to the U.S. over the years. One of these is the economic power of China. This year, we find a significant drop-off in the percent of Americans who say they are worried about or consider the economic power of China to be a critical threat. 52% said it was a critical threat the last 2 years, 2013 and 2014. This year, that drops down to 40%. And actually, that is the lowest critical threat ranking of any of the 8 situations that we put in front of the American public. Also, a totally separate question, we ask Americans, what country is the greatest enemy of the U.S. at this point? There was a time when China actually was at the top of the list. That time was last year, 2014. 20% of Americans said China was this country, the United States' greatest enemy, and that was higher than mentioned North Korea or than mentioned Iran. This year, the percent mentioning China has dropped down to 12%, and that puts it in 3rd place behind Russia, which vaulted to the top of that list, and also North Korea. Overall, however, Americans still have a slightly more unfavorable than favorable opinion of China, 44% favorable, 50% unfavorable. Where does that rank in the pantheon of the countries that we ask Americans to rate? Well, it's about the same as Cuba, which is at 46%, or Saudi Arabia, which is at 38%. But higher than the opinion Americans have of Russia, well below the top country, which is Canada, with a 92% favorable rating. But China's image is well ahead of North Korea at 9%, which is the lowest on our overall rankings. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, Gallup Editor-in-Chief.